Hey my loves, what's up and welcome back to the Trend Diaries. You're listening to Nidhi, and in today's video I'm going to be creating very simple easy peasy makeup look that you all wanted to see. So starting off, I use the Sugar Face Forward Primer Stick. If you do not know already, this is my favorite primer. It just blurs out the pores and makes the base go on so smoothly. I highly recommend you guys to try this one out. Next, for my foundation, I'm using my old fave, the PAC HD liquid foundation, and for blending it I am using the Bare Beauty Tools microfiber sponge. So I've just wet the sponge and removed excess water, and I'm using it to blend my foundation. And that day I realized how much I loved this foundation. I totally forgot this one in my stash, but oh my god, I remembered how much I loved the finish and the look of this foundation that it gives. So next, for concealing, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer under my eyes in the innermost corners, or where my dark circles are the deepest, on the bridge of my nose, on the cupid's bow, chin, forehead, and on the outermost areas of my under eyes, and then using the same beauty sponge to blend the concealer out. Now I feel that the Fit Me concealer doesn't really give a lot of coverage, but it just looks good. Like, it is having a sheer to medium coverage is what I feel. So if it is laid on top of a good foundation base, then it looks way more better than using it simply on bare skin. So yeah, after that I used the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, another favorite. I love this, and I used a tapered brush to set my face. Now all the brushes that I'm using are from Jessup Beauty, but now because of the corona thing we cannot order them. But yeah, so after that I went in for bronzing, and I'm using the Contour de Force face palette. Oh, this is the mini one. I'm so used to saying the face palette. Okay, so I used the mini bronzer. I got this in shade 02, and I used an angled brush and applied the bronzer shade into the hollows of my cheekbone upwards towards my temple to give my face that lifted look. Then we have to also go around the periphery of our face, that is the hairline. Don't forget over there, otherwise your makeup would look made up, which we don't want to make it look, right? So once that is done, do not forget your jawline. So just hit the right amount of bronzer on your jawline. And slightly around the bridge of the nose, and with whatever was left on the brush I took it on my eyelids and around my lips. So next, for filling in my eyebrows, I'm using the Sugar Brow Shaper, and this time I'm using the powder side of this. It is like easy brows in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is just use the spoolie end and brush down your eyebrow hair, and then just make some small strokes wherever you see sparse gaps with the powder side, and then brush the product through your eyebrow using the spoolie, and yes, you're done. Brows in 2 minutes. Super easy. And what I did was, I was feeling lazy, so with that same sponge I went around my brows to just clean if I've gone way out than the shape of my brow, and it's done. So next, for my blush, I'm using the Kiro blush duo, and I mixed both the shades and applied it on the apples and merging it into the bronzer part. So I really loved how pigmented and blendable these blushes are. You can see right over here the blushes applied very easily and were blending very easily. And the best part, what I found with these blushes were that it did not disappear. Like the sugar blushes, I really don't know, but maybe because I'm having a lot of acne on my apple area of the cheek, so that's why it just doesn't get laid properly. But that blush doesn't last on me for a long time, but this one looked very beautiful. So next I used the same Kiro dual highlighter, and I used a mixture of both the shades and applied it on the tops of my cheekbone. Again with this highlighter, I felt on the swatch it looked very pigmented and blinding, but application it wasn't working great with a fan brush, but with a packing brush it did apply well. So that's the reason why I'm using a tapered brush to apply that highlighter. And then I applied the same highlighter on my brow bone to highlight my brow area, and I also use the same highlighter in my inner corners to just open up my eyes. I love using highlighters in my inner corners. It just, you know, adds that twinkling effect to your eyes. And then I just drew my liner with the Lakme Insta liner. Now this is like such an oldie that I have, but I love this one. I know you have to build it up. It is not waterproof, hardly water resistant, but still I like it. Like, it is that matte black liner, and in so many of my videos when I'm wearing this, I get constantly asked in the comments about what liner am I wearing. It is this or the sugar one. Like, these are my favorites here all. So yeah, I just drew my basic wing liner to the best that I can. I know my wings never match, but I tried. That day I was feeling a bit fancy, so I curled my lashes with an eyelash curler, and then I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. Okay, so if you're sticking around with me since a long time, you know I do not like this mascara. I'm having this from a long time now, but this just clumped up my lashes always. So I never reached for this mascara, but that day I tried it again to give it another shot, and maybe the formula has dried a bit, because of which it did not clump, and I loved the effect that it gave to my lashes. It wasn't clumpy, but just adding that nice boost to my lashes. I loved it. Next in, for my lipstick, I'm using my favorite at the moment, the Rimmel London liquid lipstick. I've also reviewed these. You can check that video out in the iCard above. And yes, that's the finished simple easy peasy makeup look. I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you did, then hit that like button. You can tell me whatever you want to in the comments down below. I'm active there. I'll meet you all soon in my next video. Till then, take care, namaste, and keep trending.